Ahem! Hello, everyone. I bet you are wondering why I called you here today on this wonderful, fantastic nighttime. Tasty. We love it. Actually, first and foremost, I'm sorry for being a little bit late today. I did not mean to do that. I wanted to get the final touches on everything before I went live. So let me get that. There's still some things that I need to do too. But anyways, hello everybody. Welcome to a very important announcement. An important announcement that has nothing to do with you guys, but it has everything to do with me. Ooh, what thing should we try out? Snuff can. No, don't eat my cord. Don't eat my cord. Why are you like this? He's sitting on my lap. He's very excited. He's eagerly waiting for this lovely stream and to eat my cords, eat my headphone cord. No. Also, why do you smell like a cat? Look at you. So weak, so small, so helpless. Nah. Alright, which window should I try and capture? Google Chrome is not capturing, so here, we'll try this one. Nope, it's still not capturing. Oh, wait. There it is. Alright, now I gotta get this set up. I gotta get this set up perfectly so that you guys will be able to see what I'm doing. Yes, you can see all my tabs, but that's okay, because it's fine. But, yeah! Alright, anyways, hi, I'm back. It's been a hot minute. It's because I've been busy with student teaching. Hello, Yuns! Welcome! Yeah, I've been busy with student teaching, so I didn't stream last weekend because I wanted to get the final little bits and pieces all done and ready. And I didn't stream the past 2 days because I was out partying to celebrate the official end of the student teaching thingy. So I was gone for a little bit. But that's okay, because I think this announcement is going to I think it's going to make everything better for you guys. Not for me. I made a lot of people very angry with this, and I have a feeling a lot of you guys are also going to be angry with this decision too. But it's fine. It'll all be okay. I will say, we're gonna struggle bus a little bit. Hi, Crate Man! Actually, can I? Oh, no, don't log out. Can I get my Streamlabs remote? That actually might be better than me. Beep. That might be better for me in the long run with the way I'm doing this. Remote control. Wait, no, where's the... I thought there was a key card. I thought there was a... Oh, I'm so confused. I haven't used the remote control in a very long time. Am I connected now? This is so weird. It's fine. Alright. Now if I go to remote... Oh no, I think it broke. It broke! It's fine. Now you're just old. No! You're old. You're old. I thought there was a way that you can, like, control the things that are happening. What's the point in having the Streamlabs remote if I can't control anything on my Streamlabs? I wanted to be able to click on things, but I can't click on any. What is this? Okay, never mind. I don't care. I'm 14, woman. You're young, but that doesn't make me old. All right. Okay. We're gonna ball. We're gonna ball. All right. All right. Anyways, yes. Boomer. I'm not a boomer. I'm not a boomer. Leave me alone. No riz. Oh my god. Technology is advancing too fast. It's advancing too fast to the point where the freaking remote for the Streamlabs app doesn't work. Like, it was connected to my Streamlabs, but it wouldn't let me control anything. Like, it was just a blank screen. Alright. Alright. Well, I got that W, Ohio Skibbity Toilet Riz. I'm the Sigma Rizzler. My god. Alright. Now that we got pleasantries out of the way, I'm gonna move myself down here real quick. Alright. And I'm going to window capture this particular screen, and I'm gonna read along with the chat on my phone through the Twitch app. Because I need to full screen this. Alright, is it there? It's there. Alright, welcome everyone. Welcome everyone to my lovely PowerPoint. This was my announcement that I wanted to make to you guys. I'm sorry if you thought it was a graduation. No, it's a graduation from something else. You could crank that 90s do. What does that mean? I wasn't born in the 90s. I don't know what that means. Yuns. And Crate Man with story time. Yep, story time. Story time. Alright. How are we gonna start this? I dropped out of college to be a full-fledged VTuber, not clickbait. It actually is sort of. So I want to make it clear first and foremost. What do you mean dropped out? That was the clickbait part. I didn't drop out. I did not drop out of college. I did not drop out of college. I did, however, drop out of student teaching, which I will elaborate on in a little bit. I aspire to be home. No, don't be homeless. What does that mean for your teaching degree? Actually, wait. No, let's back up real quick. What is student teaching? Student teaching is something that happens, at least for me and for where I went to go to college for. It is your final semester before you graduate with your education degree. What you basically do is you go into like an actual school and you take over a classroom for a period of time. My school does it where for your first 7 weeks you're placed in a classroom, and then the other half of the 7 weeks for the semester, you are in a completely different school. So what I just finished was my first placement. And I should be going on to my second placement on this upcoming Tuesday, but I decided to not do that. I decided to drop out of the student teaching. So what does that mean for my teaching degree? I'm glad you asked. I'm no longer getting it. I will explain more in a bit, but I have my reasons. But I am still graduating this semester. So, I am gonna get my degree at the end of the semester. So in May, I will be properly graduating college. W homeless. No! Thank you to my previous speech pathology degree for giving me enough credits to be able to graduate this semester without having to get any more additional credits. So what's my degree now? I am now enrolled with a bachelor's in arts degree. It's integrated studies with a minor in literature. An integrated studies degree is a liberal arts degree, but you specifically concentrate on different parts. So my integrated studies degree is in English, and plus a bonus, I get a minor in literature. I want to pursue a master's degree in library science with a concentration in archival. I want to get a job in digital archival. God bless Shiori Novella of Whole Life English for bringing the idea of archival to my attention.
Shiori. And, Biju. They just seem so nice. And so wholesome.
God, back when they first debuted.
And why is Shiori a lot like me?
Turns out Shiori was a lot more like me than I initially thought. Alright, ignore these lines. Ignore these lines. They'll make sense in a second. So why did I drop student teaching? I'm glad you asked. I realized how god-awful kids are. Excuse me. I'm also sick. I got sick again. At least you still get your shiny paper. Exactly. Exactly. I get my shiny paper. I get my shiny paper. I hate kids. Yep, I'm sorry, Crate Man, but you can't deny. Your people are awful. Not all of them. Not all of them. I will say that. There were some very nice kids that I worked with. But God, most of them were just so bad. She has finally seen the light. Hello, Animaestra. Knew it, lol. They are a big part of the whole teaching part. So I'm a... No, listen, okay. I'll explain a little bit of this. Actually, what's my next one? Oh, okay, I elaborate on the point a little bit. Kids nowadays have no respect for people. And as someone who wears her heart on her sleeve and doesn't take crap from anyone, I could not deal with it. The amount of times I wanted to yell at kids because they were doing something that, you know, no one should actually be doing. Like, it was so insane. It was so insane. And again, I don't know if it was just like my background in school. For those of you who don't know, for a majority of my life, I actually went to Catholic school. And we were taught, you know, fear at a very young age. So I don't know if it's because I worked in a public school, but the kids were so bad. They were so bad. They had no respect for any authority, like, whatsoever. And they wouldn't listen to me. They wouldn't listen to, like, the actual teacher. Like, at the amount of teenage girls that screamed in my face for just absolutely no reason. It was so annoying. And I tried to put my foot down, but then they wouldn't listen to me. And I'm like, when I was a 7th grader, I was so terrified of my teachers that I would literally, like, bend over backwards to appease them. Like, again, I don't know if it's just because I went to a Catholic school, so we were taught a little differently, but God, it was so bad. You need to speak the skibbity toilet language to be a teacher. Yes, and I did that, and they worked for like 5 minutes, and then they realized that I was a teacher, and that they didn't need to respect me. You ate my parent is one of the lines I almost always hear thrown my way. Exact. Yeah, my last day of teaching. Excuse me. My last day of teaching, the kids looked at me and said, "You're a student teacher. You are a student. You are no better than us." And I'm like, "Excuse me? Excuse me? What was that? What'd you mean by that?" And they just had no respect for me, and it was so annoying. And the worst part is that you can't fight back. That was the worst part. Like, the worst part about it is that, like, you couldn't stand up for yourself. You basically had to take it. And I'm not someone who takes it. Like, if you throw crap my way, I'm gonna throw crap right back. Especially if it's something about, like, not respecting me in the slightest. Like, I will defend myself. Like, and you can't do that with kids. You can't do that with kids, because then you get in trouble for it. I'm like, no, I will yell at a kid. I will yell at a kid. And that's basically what I learned. I learned that I basically want to do is yell at these children all day, because they will not listen to me. And again, you can't do that. My teacher just stares at me, then we shut up. See, I tried that. I didn't have that power. It only made things worse. Oh, I think I have an answer to that, Hina. Oh, I'm sure you do. We can't do corporal punishment, guys. My teacher calls us a clown and pies and turkeys if we don't do our stuff. See, we can't, oh, I don't know. I couldn't do that. We couldn't do that. Excuse me. Excuse me. I'm sorry. I feel really good. Don't worry, this is absolutely zero corporal punishment. Oh no. I feel good, by the way. It's just like it's a lingering dry cough. I was sick for, on Monday, I was really, really sick, but it went over, within, 24 hours. But I still have that cough. But it does make them double guess themselves, which is more than enough. We saw we saw the figure a couple of times, but we love our teacher, Lamau. On to my other reasons. It's not just the children. Teaching required way too much paperwork that I could not mentally take. It should be take on, not take over. I knew there was going to be a ton of paperwork in the process of it. But during my time student teaching, not only did I have to grade papers and lesson plans, but my teacher, my mentor teacher, she told me that you have to take a bunch of surveys. You had to you had to basically monitor all the students. For said surveys, you had to do IEP and 504 surveys, on top of basically going to a shit ton of meetings, and I know that that's a big part of a lot of the jobs, but this next point I think is going to it ties more into this to kind of put my feelings of it into perspective. Teaching takes up more time than I would like in general. One of my biggest fears when it came to teaching was that it was going to consume my entire life and I wouldn't have any time in my life to do the things I wanted. One of the things when I was really considering dropping out of the teaching program is I told my supervisors, who basically supervisors are people that come in and see you teach, and grade you on a scale. It's called the CPAST, which is basically making sure that you're doing the things you're supposed to do. It's on a scale from 0 to 3. Thankfully, I never got a 0, but when I was talking, I was like, yeah, I've been trying to not take work home with me because I want to have that work-life balance. Because during COVID, I had no space to live by myself, basically, because basically my entire home became the place that I worked at, and I don't want that. So I've been trying to leave all my schoolwork at school and all my, and just kind of come home and relax and detoxify. And they basically laughed and said, why did you honestly think that you wouldn't be able to take anything home with you? You have, basically, for the rest of your life, you're basically all you're going to do is do students, teacher stuff. You're going to be grading papers at home. When you're gone on vacations, you're going to be planning things. And that sent me into a spiral. Ignore that. Ignore that. Ignore that. And here comes the nice, cute little bow. My therapist said I was being re-traumatized from being around teenage girls, and we're not going any deeper than this today. We're not going anywhere deeper than this. Come to Canada, become a sub-teacher. We hire everyone, even if we can't understand anything you say literally. No, I can still be a substitute teacher even though I dropped my education degree, which is very, very odd. It's very, very odd, but you can. Last time someone screamed, not said, not yelled, screamed in my face, yeah, but you're just a student teacher, you're not a true teacher. I just stared back flatly for 30 seconds. I waved my hand in front of my face, partially because the individual had too much onions. Ooh. Ew. Then deadpan back. Look at the term for someone who learns under a mentor. Then think about the entire dynamic between them. Then tell me what I am here for. See, I kind of did something like that. I did something like that. They said that when they said that you're a teacher, you're a student teacher, not a so you're no better than us. I said, yeah, well, I'm still the adult in the room, and you still need to listen to me. And then they said, no, we don't. No, you don't. And I said, well, take it up with, insert mentor teacher's name here. And they basically looked at her and she just shrugged. So there was that. And then, and 10 seconds later, I added, if you think I'm not a true teacher, then by logic, I can say you're not a true student because you refuse to learn. Oh my god. Bruh, they're non-qualified subs. Wow, yay, and I'm never gonna come teach kids. Hi, you're not Bert. You're good. Okay. Now, why am I telling you guys this? Oh, hello? Oh, okay, there we go. There we go. For some reason, it didn't work. Want to know the funny part about all of that, Hina? Yes, sure. I would love to know the funny part about that. Okay. So, why are you telling us this? First off, rude. Can't a girl express her feelings? Second, we're returning to my original schedule starting this week. Because, like I said, I am not going off into my second placement because I dropped the program because I know my worth and my worth is not dealing with ungrateful brats. What is this? What is this? I have 7, 6, 7 weeks. Oh my god. I was rushing for this. I'm sorry, guys. Left until graduation. And so, during that period of time, I want to focus on making covers and editing videos while trying to make money through my other jobs to fund projects. I want to release my cover of World.Execute Me within the next couple months. I want to release a cover of Lost Ones Weeping before graduation to stick it to the man. Release an original song by the end of the summer, which is a lot less likely. I have a couple songs that I've written. I'm very proud of one of them. An immigrant sub a class in my school, and the kids were not behaving, so the sub said, if you don't do what I tell you, I'll put you in my van and feed you to my lions and ask the kids' address. That's not legal! That is not legal in the slightest. Oh my god. No joke, that is illegal. That is illegal, and that teacher should be fired. I know he's a, he, she, I know they're a sub, but still, oh my god, you can't say that to kids. Alright. And this is mainly for future people. Oh my god! My chair broke. My armchair broke. The arm on my chair broke. Oh no. And I don't have a screwdriver. It's okay. This arm was always a little problematic anyway. There we go. It's fine for now. This was when I was still in high school. I was only 14 when this happened, and the individual who screamed at my face was a literally illiterate parent that was enrolled in my school's literacy program. Oh my god. He just got a slap on the wrist. No! No, for starters, you can't ask for kids' addresses. That's illegal. Alright. This is more of a shill to plug my Ko-fi. But I want to stress before I read this again. Oh my god, the thing broke again. No, you gotta do my art cover. I do want to do my art cover. I really like the song. Also, hello, cheesy bread buddy. Cheesy bread baby. The only thing is with a cover of my R is that, like, it's been, well, I mean, I guess I can't say that because Lost Ones Weeping has also been done to death. But my R, I feel like, has been perfected to the point where if I were to sing it, I would not be doing it any justice. You know? At least with Lost Ones Weeping, like, there's so many covers of it that if my cover is bad, it'll get lost into the void. I hate a sub, and I'm sorry, but I was like, do you know what the hell it... Ew. Alright, anyways. What was I saying? Oh! Alright, again, this is a shill to plug my Ko-fi. You don't have to donate. Like, I think you guys all know by now that I'm not expecting you guys to donate. I don't want you guys to donate. But I wrote this here just in case. This isn't necessary, but if you'd like to donate some money to help, that'd be great. I wasn't working for most of the time. I was student teaching, so I don't have a lot of money right now. I literally got paid this week. I got paid this week. And because I wasn't working for like half of my placement, and I was working like short hours, well, not short hours, what are they called? Minimal hours. I didn't get like a huge paycheck, so it's kind of like, okay. Hopefully now that I'm not student teaching, I can start working a ton of hours to kind of help get more money. So there's that. I want to get more money. I need more money. I saw the paycheck and I cried. It was so little. It was so little. And I cried on the inside. Money isn't everything, but oh my god, money is very important. And now, some clips that sum up my time teaching. There's only 2. But I think it sums it up pretty well. How I felt when I first entered the classroom and a horde of 7th grade girls came up to my desk. I really hope you guys will be able to hear it. I hope you guys will be able to hear it. Actually, is there a way that I can, exit full screen? Oh my god! Oh my god! Look at this, it's magic! I didn't know you could do that! I didn't know you could do this! Alright. I'm gonna turn the music down a little bit. And then crank the audio up a little bit. Alright. Enter back to full screen. Alright. Alright. Here we go. I think that, hopefully that helps a little bit. Alright. How I felt when I first entered the classroom and a horde of 7th grade girls came up to my desk.
No. Go home, little ones. Shoo.
Go home,
Run
little
mama now. But I'm not used to children. I don't even know if I like them. Shoo.
I entered the wrong
Away with
field.
you.
I entered the wrong field. Wait, no. Go. Okay. Alright, here we go. My inner spelling Nazi is currently twitching at horde. Oh, did I spell horde wrong? It's fine. It's okay. What is this? Why is this covering the screen? I didn't even notice that horde was spelled wrong. I'm sorry, guys. Excuse me. I've associated Google Slides so much with school that I legit find it funny that it's being used here for something that isn't bombarding students with a bunch of confusing instructions and links that don't work. Hello, Miss Meister Spiff Beats. Hello. And do you want to know the funny part about this? I don't know if you just came in, but the reason I made this PowerPoint was to explain to everyone, all of my chat, that I am dropping out of student teaching, so I'm no longer becoming a teacher. Alright. How I felt when those same 7th grade girls yelled in my face during my observation with my supervisor for no reason. They just liked to yell.
And so the month we had together made me realize something else. Realize what? I realized that guys turn me off, but girls make me want to fucking kill myself.
Girls make me want to fucking kill myself.
And so the month we had together...
No, stop, Ari. Excuse me. Yay! 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 That was my PowerPoint! Oh. I'll go back. Oh, nope. Farther back. Yay! Lol. Hoard means stockpile of valuables, often monetary or of similar value. I think you were referring to hoard, meaning a usually unruly group. Yeah. That's why I'm scared of women. I'm also scared of women. Class of 09 is so good. It is. I felt like that accurately, like, summarized my entire feelings of teenage girls just in general. Girls make me want to fucking kill myself. Oh my god. They are so mean for no reason. If you're scared of women, do you scream every time you see them? Ha 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 ha. Oh my god. I should. I think I do sometimes. But yeah, no more student teaching. I hate children. Children are mean. Children are horrible people. And I have this whole entire thing. I'm gonna see if I can. There we go. The green was bothering me. Yeah, there we go. It's better now. I lost the more I spent doing student teaching. Like, I went in with so much hope in my heart. Like, I was like, oh yeah, no, I can't wait to make a huge difference. I can't wait to make a huge difference in the lives of children. Like, I can't wait. I'm super excited. I'm gonna make them love learning. That is my goal. And then I went in, and the kids did not know how to spell. The kids did not know how to behave in a classroom. The kids had no respect for any authority figure that walked through those doors. They have no indoor voice, which is saying a lot coming from me, because I am very, very loud IRL. But, and, like, they didn't know how to spell, they didn't know how to read. They don't know the difference between all the theirs, they don't know how to capitalize, they don't know how punctuation works. And the more that I stayed there, the more I lost any hope for the future of the school. I had lost all hope for the next generation, because there is absolutely no way that they are going to, unless somehow things turn around. We are looking at a very, very unfortunate people in power within the next few years. I have no hope. I have no hope for this next generation that's going to be coming through. And I have a friend who's working currently with 11th graders, and she has said that they are significantly worse. And I'm like, God, no. And again, I don't know if it's because excuse me. I don't know if it's because, I grew up in a different schooling environment. But they're still green. But, I could not imagine doing half of the things that these 7th graders are doing. And then, I'm sure it partially is. I'm sure it partially is. Like, schools are so much different than they are when I went to school. But, again, why is there so much green? But again, talking back to the teacher, yelling in people's faces for no reason, I could not imagine that ever happening when I went to school. And when I say Catholic school, we didn't have, the hitting rollers and the spankings. Like, we didn't have any of that. That stuff was gone. We didn't have that. But there was still such a very strict environment that it always felt like you were walking on eggshells. And I know that's also not the greatest thing to have in a school environment. But oh my god, there was it was basically a zoo. The zoo, think of Planet Zoo, right? Or Zoo Tycoon. You know how you have all those cute little pens, you can have you could feed them, you could take them to the hospital, all that stuff. Okay, so imagine that, and then you delete the fence. You delete the fence to the penguins, you delete the fence to the lions, you delete the fence to the gorillas, and they're all coming, and all of them are running around. All of them are running around like crazy, and then they attack the kids, and then they get eaten by the horde of lions. And then the monkeys. The monkeys are taking the tiny little toddlers, and they're swinging them around, and then you got the penguins who are just waddling around, sliding on their bellies and bumping into people. It's like that. It's like that. There's no structure. There is no order. And if you try to have any semblance of order, they literally get so super angry. And I'm just like, I don't like this. This is not for me. I want nothing to do with this. I like having complete control over what I do. And if I have to micromanage like 50 kids a day and they don't do what I say, I will literally lose my mind. And that's basically what happened. I could count, if I had to count on my hands how many times I left school crying because I was overwhelmed with everything, whether it's because the kids wouldn't listen to me, the kids yelled at me, like one of the girls called me the R slur, and I was like, and that was the first time I really properly set my foot down. I was like, you're going to the office. You're going to the office. I'm not taking that. You are not allowed to use that language in this school or in this classroom. Even though, what's the R slur? It's the slur that's usually targeted towards people with mental disabilities. It sounds like turd, but put an R and an E in front of it, and you'll know what that is. A lot of people don't think it's a slur. I personally do. I know a ton of people who have been affected by that word being used in a derogatory sense. And I've had that happen to me a couple times as well. So it's like, yeah, no, you're done. You're done. You're going to the office. And I found out later, my message got, moderated. Let me look at it. Yes, it's that word. Yes, it's that word. I'm gonna deny it, but yes, it was that word. Yes, it was that word. Twitch recognizes it as a bullying word, yes. But yeah. So I don't take kindly to people that throw that word around. But I found out later that she didn't get it good as they should, yeah. But I found out later she didn't even really get in trouble for it. They just had her sit in the office during that period. And like she was perfectly fine. And she was, I don't know. It made me very upset. And there was a whole lot of racism. There was a whole lot of homophobia. There was a whole lot of transphobia. There was a whole lot of like I said, flinging around the R slur a lot. And like, again, I want to specify, like, even though like I came from a Catholic school, they were very, very strict about what you can and can't say kind of things. And they cracked down on bullying and like harsh words and like mean targets like that, like almost immediately. You would have gotten in so much trouble. And it's just like, this is so casual. And I don't know if it's like, it's probably a culture shock thing, but it was just like, it was just so much. And it was, and like I said, my friend worked with 11th graders. She said that they are really, really bad. And I'm like, my God. If we say the F word, we just have to say we are talking about meals. Seals? What? Huh? Huh? I don't get it. I don't get it. But every time I went to school, actually, I guess to bring my point back to the topic that I was originally talking about, if I were to count how many times I left the school, F-U-A-C-K, Fuac, in French, seal? Wait, do you mean like the animal? Do you mean the animal seals? Like the ones that do the little clappy. I love seals. They're little long boys. Or little fat boys, depending on, I go to a French school. Ah, okay. Alright, that makes sense. But yeah, if I had to count how many times I left the school crying because of one reason or another, I would need both my hands and maybe an additional hand, because it was just so much. It was so much, and it was so stressful, and I hated every minute of it. Hands and feet, yeah. I needed my hands and my feet. And it was just a lot. It was so much. There was so much I had to micromanage on a daily basis. There was so much paperwork. There was so much having to deal with kids. And I was just like, no, this is not for me. This is not for me. I can't do this. Especially not every day. I'm not kidding, guys. If I had to teach, like, literally every single day and had to deal with those types of kids every single day, I honestly probably would have jumped into traffic. It was that bad. It was that bad. I could not have done that. I couldn't do it. I would have been so incredibly unhappy. Although that's the same word in, why not the town in Austria? Although that's the same word in verb form as in noun form. Alright. I purposely skipped over, this question that Crate Man had, because I wanted to save it for this point. So you're going for a new job? Yes, I am. I have decided. So many people have come up to me, like, from the minute I started my education degree all the way till now. So many people have said to me that working in a library, like as a librarian or as a technician, is the perfect job for me. And I shut it down every single time because, for one, I've thought of librarians as like a dying job. Like, you know, libraries, like, as much as I think they're important, they're not like, you know, well utilized anymore, because you can find everything online. A school technician? No, like a library technician, like working in libraries. But I turned it down because I thought that there was no future in libraries and being a librarian, because as important as libraries are, no one really goes to them anymore unless they need like a very specific thing, or they need like a study area, or like access to things, right? Like, no one really goes to the library to read. No one really goes to the library to do research. You can do all of that online. So I never really gave it much thought because I couldn't imagine, you know, working in a job like that. Because to me, there was no longevity. And there was a second reason why. Oh yeah, it's a master's degree. Library science is a master's degree. And I couldn't foresee myself staying at my school, at my college any longer than I want to. Because, to put it very bluntly, if you guys have been following me for a while, you guys know that I don't really like the college that I'm attending all that much. At least on the education side of it, because there's so much happening behind the scenes that everything has basically gotten restructured, and it's all spread way too thin. There's so many buildings that are closing. All of the classes have basically went online. So it's kind of like, you know, it's not a good school right now. I love the vibes, I love the atmosphere and all that stuff, but like, you know what I mean? Like, it's not really the best college, you know what I mean? So I didn't want to go get my master's degree because I didn't want to go back to school. I'm gonna be that guy here, but tries the old man voice. Back in my day, libraries were sacred spots. You get to just waltz in and do whatever you want. Kids these days, Yeah. Oh, excuse me. Boomer, JK. Damn, that sounds rough. Sorry you're dealing with all of that. I'm sorry too. I'm sorry too. But, so yeah, I've been kind of denying it because I was like, no, I don't want to go to college anymore. I don't want to go to college. I'm gonna get my degree and leave. But then my advisors and now my, super advisors, that's not the word, supervisors, hello, money, welcome, they all came up, like, it was like back to back, basically. They were like, you should go into library science, you should be a librarian, or, oh, you should do, did I miss it? Yes, surprise time, I dropped out of student teaching. I'm no longer getting my education degree. However, I'm still going to graduate on time because I have enough credits. So you are now looking at someone who now has an integrated studies degree with a minor in literature, who is hopefully planning to get her master's degree in library science to become a archiver. Because if I can't control kids, I can control books. And you know what I'm damn good at? Organizing books. Excuse me. But yeah, the reason why I finally decided on doing library science was that library science encompasses a lot more than just working in a library all day, although that would be really fun. No, bonking me. Hang on. Nerd. But library science encompasses like a whole lot of other things, like data archiving. Well, just archiving in general. I didn't know that archiving fell underneath the library science umbrella. And you could do a lot as an archiver. You could do a lot as a librarian and a library technician. I have to go now. Bye, Creep Man. Bye. Like, I didn't realize, how much. Let me bonk real quick. Oh, god dang it. Good thing I need to log in to my Twitch. Hang on. There's a way that I can. There's a way that I can do my command, right? God dang it. I can't right now. Nah. But there was a lot of stuff that you can do with the library science degree that I never actually considered. So I started doing a little bit of research after like the third, fourth time it was brought up to me. And I saw archiving. And I was like, oh, cool, archiving. I mean, I don't really know how I feel about that. And then someone was like, oh, you know what you could do? If you really wanted to, you could work with the FBI or the CIA and you could archive a lot of their documents and stuff. And I was like, whoa, really? Because a little fun fact about me, I always wanted to work in a criminal field, in a criminal justice field. I always thought all of that was really, really cool and awesome. But that dream was crushed because, well, for starters, I wanted to be a detective. But you can't be a detective unless you're a cop for a certain amount of years. And I didn't want to be a cop. So detective work was out of the question. Then I wanted to be a lawyer. But my uncle's a lawyer. And that stopped me because my mom was like, do you see it? Do you see how miserable your uncle is on a daily basis? And I'm like, oh yeah. Yeah, maybe not. Maybe not a lawyer. And I wanted to do a, I think I talked about this on a Phoenix Wright stream, but I wanted to be a scientific investigator, like what oh god, what was her name? Oh no, why am I blanking on her name? No, it's not Mia. Emma, like what Emma Sky was. But then I took a forensics class in high school, and my teacher bullied me because I didn't know how to measure a blood spatter. So then I decided forensics was not for me. So then I eventually just kind of dropped it. But then like when they brought up that you could work with the FBI in archiving things, like archiving like papers, important documents, important testimonies, and things like that. I was like, wait, really? I could work in like, I could work in a police department or something, and like just literally all I do is just like put cases in a file, and like that's super cool. But I think ultimately I do want to do more digital archiving. Like I want to be able to like preserve internet history. That was always something that I was really fascinated by. Like lost digital media. Do you realize how many like old movies, like the talkies, or like original radio productions that are lost to time because they were never kept properly? Like, I would love to do that. I would love to be able to go into like, you know, like museums or like old news stations, and, you know, keep up to date with like all of the art, like all of the things, like all the digital media, right? Becoming a chairman of the authority sounds both stressful and I don't know. I don't know if I could do that. I don't think I could ever be in a position of power like that. I'm very comfortable with just working a behind the scenes job. Chairman as in the stereotype of the guy helping superheroes from his roof. No, I don't think I could do that either. I wouldn't want to be the superhero in that instance. That's still too much pressure. But I would rather be the superhero. But yeah. I was always I said it wrong the first time I met. Oh no, you're good. You're good. But I mean, like, I was always really fascinated by the idea of lost media and finding lost media and then preserving it and then, like, you know, keeping it safe and all that stuff. Like, so I think I think having a job in preserving digital media would be perfect for me, especially since, like, my current job, you're not seeing the air quotes, but the job that I have, because this is more of a hobby, has something to do with like technology and, you know, uploading things and editing things and preserving things and things like that. So I think having a job like that, it would really be right up my alley, and it won't be nearly as stressful as having to micromanage a bunch of teenagers through like a very important part of their lives. I could work quietly by myself or with a couple employees. I'm sure there's paperwork involved with that, obviously, but like, paperwork itself is not like the thing that bothers me. It's the amount of paperwork. If it's too much at once, then my brain is just like, nope, you save it for later, and then it gets bad. If the paperwork is something that, like, I'm signing up for just anyways, which, I mean, archiving would definitely have a lot of paperwork involved, like, it's fine. And a lot of that stuff is also just kind of like, you know, you're not taking these very important books or documents or, you know, digital footage, you're not taking those home with you. You are leaving them in their place, and because, you know, you're being very meticulous with it. You know, so I wouldn't have to worry about, you know, having to take stacks of papers to grade home with me, or, you know, doing a bunch of stuff at home because of it, because you need to preserve it. You need to keep everything in like a nice little neat order, and that sounds so much better than having to like wake up at 6-7 o'clock, and not even 6-7 o'clock, like 5-6 o'clock in the morning to go to school and then just do paperwork until the students come in, and then have to, like, you know, deal with the children all day, and then bring all that paperwork back home with you to work on it, and then going back to bed. Like, it just sounds like a much easier job. And you could say I'm lazy. I don't think of myself as lazy. I don't think it's coming from a place of laziness. I think it's coming from, I know my limit, right? And my limit is I need separate spaces, to be my two separate selves, right? When it came to being a teacher, I felt like no matter where I went, I had to have like my teacher face on in case my students run into me. like, you know, like I think I talked about this before, with you guys, but, I don't like having to be, hi Auntie Snipes, hydrate, I don't have water. I left my water in the other room. But, I think I talked about this before, I don't like having to put on a face all that much. And I feel like as a teacher, you constantly have to. Like, you can't cry, you can't be angry. You have to, like, just deal with everything that comes to you. And that is not who I am. Like I said in my lovely little presentation earlier, I wear my heart on my sleeve. It's very obvious when I'm feeling a certain type of emotion. And, also, I'm a very feisty person. Especially when I'm angry or upset. I'm very, very feisty. I'm very quick to bite. And, you know, when you're working with children, that is not something that you really need. So I'm always afraid that, like, you know, if something were to go wrong, I would be like, you know, I wouldn't, you know, like that mask will slip and then I would get in so much trouble. So I always felt like, unless I was at home by myself, I always had to be professional. I had to fit that cute little teacher box, basically. But having a job that would just requires me to just, like, you know, go to work and then leave work and then you're just literally free to do whatever you want the rest of the day. That's what I want. That's what I want. I want that nice work-life balance. Where at work, I'm allowed to be professional, but then as soon as I leave, I'm allowed to just, like, yell into the void about how much I love, women. You know? Like, that's what I want. So yeah, that's basically where I'm at. I am hoping to get my master's degree. The only way I'm able to get my master's degree, though, is if I get a grad assistantship to help pay for, my schooling. Because grad assistantships will pay for your grad program in full. So that's kind of where I'm hoping to go right now. I am hoping that I can, you know, finally find something that I really, really like, you know. And I don't know what it was, but I do think that this is going to be the right fit for me, because there was something in me that kind of had, like, a nice stirring in my gut, when, someone brought up that I could be an archiver for the FBI or CIA. It was the same feeling I got, when I decided to go to my college in the first place. Like, I don't know how to explain it. I know I brag on about how much, like, I hate the college that I go to, for one reason or another. But I do think that, you know, despite all the flaws in the actual education of itself, I do think that it was ultimately a good fit for me. I have met, like, so many wonderful people. I met a lot of really close friends. I definitely have grown and changed as a person. I have went through so many, like, really challenging difficulties, that if I didn't go here, I wouldn't be the person that I am today. Kind of thing, so I don't regret going here. A little bit I do regret, but... But it was that same feeling, where I was like, I think this is what I'm meant to do. This is what my path is ultimately supposed to go on. And I think, you know, now knowing, like, where the government is planning on taking the whole Department of Education, at least where they're planning on going, I think I made the right choice. I don't know if you guys follow my Blue Sky, but you should follow my Blue Sky. I made a really funny tweet, or at least a tweet that I thought was funny. I don't know if anyone else found it funny, but I found it funny. I found it really funny, actually. Let me pull it up. Oh. Shoot. I feel like I dodged the draft. Exclusive. Draft of Trump Executive Order aims to eliminate Education Department. Can Trump eliminate the Education Department? Here's what the ... Now, I don't like to get political usually. But my god! My god! What the heck? Why? And also, I talked to one of my supervisors and she was just like, do you really want to deal with this? And I was like, not really. And she was like, good. Then don't. You could hear the sadness in her voice. Again, I don't usually like to get political on here, but I don't think that's smart. I don't think that's a good idea. And because of that, I feel like I dodged the draft. Because, you know, like, you guys all know what dodging the draft is, right? Actually, I don't know if people that live outside the US know what it means. Dodging the draft comes from something that happened in the United States during World War II. The draft is basically when it's men above the age of 18, I believe, are summoned to fight in the military for the United States. It only happened once. It only happened in World War II because we didn't have enough people who volunteered to fight. My prime for you ended today? Oh no, it's okay, Disco Dog. It's okay. It's okay. You don't worry about it. It's fine. But yeah, dodging the draft, is basically what it sounds like. The men that didn't want to fight. Did I miss the announcement? Yes, I am dropping out of education, but I'm still graduating on time. I'm still graduating on time because I have enough credits accumulated. And I'm hoping to get my master's in library science because children are horrible people. Hello guys, I missed so much of the stream. It's okay, Con. It's okay, Con. The announcement was I dropped out of student teaching, which means I dropped out of my education degree, but I am still graduating on time. And I am instead going to go for my master's in library science. So career change, dumb it down, please. Yes, career change. Career change. But yeah, I feel like I dodged the draft. Dodging the draft is exactly what it sounds like. The men in World War II who didn't want to fight, they would flee the United States to try and avoid the draft. So that they didn't have to fight in World War II. So when I say I feel like I dodged the draft, what I mean by that is I feel like I got out of my education degree at just the right time. Like literally right before everything hit the fan. And it doesn't feel fair. But I also feel like it was just the universe's way of saying, yeah, no, you're right. You made the right choice. Children are basically sociopaths. Good luck with that degree. No, here's the thing. I'm no longer dealing with the children anymore because I'm no longer in that degree. I dropped it. I'm no longer going for education. Congratulations to all the 13, 14-year-olds. You have made my life a living hell for 6 weeks, and now to the point where I have changed my entire degree. This is the first time ever I've seen you bring up politics. I don't know why, but I've never seen you as political. No, I'm not mad. No, I'm not usually political. It's just this baffles me. This baffles me on like a weird level. Like, why? Like, what good is that going to do? I memed on it when it first came out. That, you know, the big people upstairs were going to do this, because I was like, no one, that would be terrible. That would be the worst idea you could possibly have. Restructure it, maybe. Restructuring, maybe, because Lord knows the school system does need like major restructuring. It does not fit with the current climate of our world right now. Because, fun fact, the current school system that we in the United States have was built around the idea that farmers needed their children to get back on their farms to work over the summer. So they structured it so that you didn't have school over the summer so that children could work on the farms. And the bell system was brought over from the Ford model of like the Industrial Revolution things, where the employees that would work at Ford would have set bell schedules that would tell them what they needed to do. And they were brought over to the schools so that students would get used to the bell schedule, so that when they eventually worked in, you know, the industrial fields like that, they would be used to having those bell schedules. It's a very old-fashioned system that definitely needs to be reworked. But dismantling it entirely is not the way to go. What are the chances you can use your own model to speak behind the podium? I mean, I probably can. If kids don't learn now, they won't research elections as an adult and won't ask questions. Yes! 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 That's what I think is behind this. That's what I think this whole thing is behind. And considering the state of the kids that I had to work with, it's already happening, and the education department is not dismantled yet. So, to make a long story short, please, for the love of God, research where your children are going to school. And if you can't get them into a good school with a good education, just homeschool them. Just homeschool them. Okay, so we're talking about skibbity toilet. They're already cooked anyways. Oh no, here's the thing. Skibbity toilet is slang. And if you talk to children, they use skibbity in the most creative ways possible. They are activating their brain to work with skibbity, but they refuse to pick up a pencil and write a sentence. That's the issue that I have with it. They are applying their brain knowledge for something that is good. That is good. I like that they are taking words and they are shaping them to fit whatever narrative they want. That's fine. They're using a made-up word to be creative. It's no different than what Dr. Seuss did. That's fine. That's the part that doesn't bother me. It's the fact that they don't seem to understand that you could do that along with writing a basic-ass sentence. Ah! Also, hello, I've been liking. I saw that, Dakota. Hello. Hello, hello. Have you seen the meme or just heard the word because the meme is weird? Yes, I've seen Skibbity Toilet. I sat down and I watched RT Game dissect the entire Skibbity Toilet videos with Kiwo. That came from the heart. Yes, it did! I'm so upset by that. I use Skibbity as cute when talking to my cats. Oh my god. I never thought about that. Where's my cat? Where's my cat at? There's Venti. Venti's sleeping on the bed. Hi, my little Skibbity. Hello, my little Skibbity. He's not paying attention. Oh my god. Oh my god. But yeah, it's the weird, like, they're not, like, fully cognitive, that they are actually, like, using what they're learning, right? I gotta be up in 7 hours. I'm not tired. No, go to bed! And my chair broke again. My chair broke again. There we go. It's just dangling now. It's the arm is just dangling now. It's fine. It's fine. I'm not upset by that. But yeah. That's where I'm at. GG. I was gonna go to bed, but opened Twitch and saw you live. No, go to bed! Go to bed. I actually have to cut the stream short anyways, because I have one more teacher meeting that I have to attend before I'm officially free. And I have to be there at 8 o'clock, so Monday is my Friday, though I get Tuesdays off. Ooh, nice. Like, I know we dog on all the new Zoomer slang, but it's pretty neat to see the new word being invented, lol. Don't cut the stream either. No, I have to go to bed. But yeah, I also really like, actually, no, I'm actually not gonna say it on that, say anything, make a comment on that. At least not in that way, because I don't have the right to comment on whether or not it is appropriate. But, I will say, in this way, I'll say it this way. I think it's really neat that modern day slang, now includes, African American vernacular. I know that it's very controversial. I know there's some people don't think that, it should be, because in a way it's kind of like, culturally appropriating a culture. So I know that that's what what a lot of people think. As someone who is not who's not African American, I'm not gonna really weigh in necessarily on whether or not it is appropriate. I just think it is really neat as someone who really likes the idea of language transferring. I really like the the meshing of it. I think it's really neat. And that's all I'll say on that. What do you mean, Zoomer? I'm Gen Z. Don't say it. It's them alphas. It's them alpha. I'm the alpha. I'm the leader. I'm the one to trust. Oh, we're wolves. We own the night. I just want to pop in and say hi. I can't stay long, but didn't want to catch a bit. Hello, Twinu! TLDR, I am no longer becoming a teacher because kids are awful, and instead I am hoping to get a master's degree in library science and become an archivist. I have decided that kids are awful, and that I would rather just be behind the scenes. I would rather just be behind the scenes and let other people deal with it. People who are much stronger than I am. I don't know, at least I thought it was mostly elementary school kids saying it. No. My friend who I said she worked with the 11th graders, during this past placement, her students called her Miss Skibbity. That's 11th graders. And, to put that into context, I'm 23 years old and I am considered Gen Z. If they're 11th graders, they are 6-7 years younger than me. I think. Did I do the math right? I think I did the math right. As an African American, I welcome it. Oh, yay! Hello. Nice to have someone that could weigh in a little bit on the topic, because I know it's very I wouldn't say controversial. It's a very mixed opinion on things. Kids are not for everyone, but that's the thing. I thought they were for me. Because I have so many family members who are very young. And it's just like, nah. Isn't the majority alpha though? I don't know. I'm only a year off from you. What's the cutoff point for Gen Alpha? Because I know we literally, we're into Gen Beta now. Excuse me. Okay. Generation Alpha refers to people born between 2010 and 2025. They are the first generation to be born entirely in the 21st century. I have 3 fur babies. Those are my beautiful kids. Exactly. Cats are better than people. Yeah, but you'd be a teacher rather than family, so it's different. Yeah, that's true. That is true. Kids are a mixed bag. It's so beautiful seeing them grow, but goddamn, they just need to be strapped down sometimes. There was like, I thought I saw like a, no, it was a fake thing. It was a, hang on, let me find it. I don't remember what it's called. There was an ARG. It's about like tapes. I forget what it is. It's a very small, ARG. No, it took me to incognito mode. That's not what I wanted. Turn off incognito. I need my watch history so I can find it. But I was watching someone go over it and I thought it was really interesting. Where is it at? Okay, the darkest YouTube ARG you have never heard of. Okay, so it's on Ye VHS tapes of old. Which one is it? There was one with an ad that that was basically like kids need to be separated from their parents, and I was like, oh, 100%. Oh, 100%. It's actually not that long. But it in of itself is really cool.
We've changed.
Ow, is it this one? I'm not gonna be able to tell because I have an ad. It took me to full screen. No, I don't think this was it. Yeah, no, this wasn't it. Hang on, no, this is very important to what we are talking about. So I need to find it. Okay, no, that was just the whole episode. Maybe it was it 4? Was it tape 4? No, it's not. Someone needs to make a compilation video of all this stuff. Ah! I found it! I found it! Okay, we're gonna go all the way back. I found it, guys. I promise this is relevant. This is actually a really cool analog horror series. So basically what it is this YouTube channel, VHS Tapes of Old, created his own or her own VHS series called Monsters from Planet Monstrous, and recorded over top of these tapes are commercials, and you're supposed to piece together the entire story based off of the commercials and the strange things that are happening like in the show itself. And it's really, really cool. Oh, thank you, Being the Brave. Thank you for resubscribing. Thank you. Bean, I know you don't like horror, so this you might have to look away for this one. But I think it's really cool. I love this. All right. Howdy. All right. Are you guys ready for this? You guys aren't ready for this. This is super cool. This is just one thing. One section of it. But I promise this is relevant. Is it actually relevant? I have no idea. All right. So this is one of the commercials. What's in the cards today? Coffee is both a diuretic and a diuretic. There is magic all around you, and it shares its name with the glass that's called the little fat kid, or whatever it's called, left behind in the human-only mirror world. Their version isn't magical though. Maybe still a bit dangerous. I am editing the next video. I shall mute until the horrors have passed. The sacred poem has 14 lines, arranged into 4 stanzas. 4, 4, 4, 2. It doesn't rhyme, but each line has the same value. It predicts both the listener's short-term future and the deeper story of things to come. Punchline. Her. Each face draws from a different one of the 10 power sources, and only one can be active at once. But Sword Plus could draw from all the sources at the same time. This is why it mustn't be allowed to exist. Until next time. This is the horror part. Hands break free. Ha That was it. But if you go back and you listen to it, it says don't visit your children. So there's something going on with the children. I know what's going on with the children, but you're not supposed to know what goes on with the children. That's for you to figure out what happens. But I think it's super cool. And it's a very underrated analog horror series that I think everyone should check out. It's called Monsters from Planet Monstrous. Maybe we should do a watch along. I mean, I guess now that I'll have all this free time, because I'm not going out student teaching anymore, let's do a watch along of all of it. Let's watch it. I really want you guys to see it because it's actually really cool. Wait, actually, I want to show you guys one of my favorite segments from here. Sorry, we're going back. I'd be down, no hesitation. Sorry, we're returning back. we're returning back to the horrors real quick. This one isn't that bad. It's just creepy. All right. This one got me a little bit. A sermon from the Pulpit Pals. Hey kids, are you making sure to eat healthy? Sword is exhausting, so eat lots of yummy food after each session to replenish your strength. Now keep in mind, there's a sword and there's a sword plus. It's a shame you're not allowed to eat flesh. It's full of protein and tastes great. Focus on carbs and sugar and don't forget to hydrate. A symbol can mean different things to different people, but who decides its true meaning? What's worth more, the creator's attention or the majority's belief? Maybe neither. Maybe single thoughts are like dollars. Anyone can have a lot or not many, and the belief with the most money wins. Trypophobia warning. I'm full of big black seeds, and that's pretty cool. You each have a seed in you too. That's what makes you special. I'm a bit jealous of yours. With nourishment, you can each grow to change the world. I am girl, but am I the girl? He seems so valiant and well-intentioned. They all do at first. He's just a little guy. That was it. That was the end of the segment. Oh, excuse me. Hello? Hello? Oh. It's so cool! It's so cool! I love stuff like this. Alright. But anyways. Hi, Hinata chat! Hello, Dakota! Wait, no, I don't want you back anymore. Thank you for the hat pats, Dakota. Thank you, thank you. Did I say hi, Dakota? Hi, Hern Dragon! There we go. Welcome, welcome. I am actually... I think I am going to head out. Because like I said, I do have that, I do have a meeting at 8 o'clock tomorrow. And that's my last thing that I am doing as a student teacher before I quit. But yes, Herd Dragon, that was the announcement. I am no longer pursuing an education degree. I dropped out of the education program, and I'm going to pursue a master's degree in library science instead. I have enough credits to graduate on time, so it doesn't matter what degree I graduate with, because I'm graduating no matter what. So my official degree is a bachelor's in arts degree. It is a interdisciplinary studies degree, and I have a concentration in literature. No more Sensei Hinata. I mean, you can still call me that. I'm just refuse to teach children. I will not teach children. I had a little taste of it, and I hate it. I hated it so much. Oh, I gotta stretch. I want to watch the Snuff King clip again, though. It made me chuckle. I'm pulling it back up. I'm downloading it. Skibbity, skibbity, hawk to a hawk. Skibbity king who gives out pumpkins. Edging and gooning and learning to munch. Dripping cheese all over my lunch. Bring it back, bring it back, bring it back, bring it back.
No. Go home, little ones. Shoo! Run along to Mama now. But I'm not used to children.
Why did it autoplay? I'm so sorry, guys.
Shoo!
I hate it, guys. I'm sorry, guys. And it's gone. I hate the fact that I actually memorized the lyrics. Heck yeah! Let's go! The greatest lesson Hinata learned in school was that children are the worst. They are indeed the worst. I have never met more ungrateful children in my entire life. And also, the worst part about that is that I couldn't even hear it. So you guys heard too much, I heard too little. Now why is it over here? Why is it here? I hate everything. This is the worst. This is the worst. I just want to play the video again with no problem. I just wanted to play the video with no problem. There we go. Yeah!
No.
Babies!
Go home, little ones. Shoo! Run along to Mama now. But I'm not used to children. I don't even know if I like them.
I'm gonna get so much copyright from just this clip alone.
Away with you.
It's me. It was me. Just me, my first day of school. Like, all these teenage girls came up to me, like the 7th grade girls, and they like got up in my face. I wish I had like a leaning toggle, because like the weird creepy leaning toggles are exactly what it felt like. I had like 3 girls swarm me at my desk, and they leaned in. They were like, "What's your name?" And I told them my real name. I didn't mean to do that. But they just kept looking at me, and they were like, "Do you know Mr. Blank?" And I was like, "Yeah, I know him. I had a couple classes with him. How do you know him?" And he was like, and they were all like, "He was our block teacher earlier this year, and he was super, super hot. He was so hot. He was so hot. You know what you should do? You should date him and because he's super, super hot. And I'm going to marry him one day. And we're going to be together forever. And I'm like, he has a fiance. You do realize that, right? Like, he is getting married. And they were like, it's okay. It's fine. Because, you know, he's going to realize that we're in love. And I'm like, no, you're not. He is a 22-year-old man. And you are a 12-year-old girl. And they were like, love doesn't have any age. And I'm like, oh, God bless your souls. You are going to get in so much trouble on the internet. I try to shut it down at every opportunity I could. I tried so hard, guys. And the worst part is that he's going to be their student teacher on Tuesday. He's going back to that. And I hope and pray that he is going to be okay. Because, oh my god, those girls are so obsessed with him. Like, to a very unhealthy amount. And it's just like, oh my god. Oh my god. It's gonna be very rough for him. I'm probably gonna see him tomorrow, so I should probably be like, hey, I had your students during my last placement. A bunch of these girls have been, warned him, yeah. Yeah, I was like, a bunch of these girls, all they would do is just talk about how hot you are. And here's the weirdest part about all this, is that, like, I went to the school that's, like, directly by my college. So they can go and, like, you know, see all the sports games and, you know, participate in anything that's on campus, things like that, right? Right? Typical college town. Actually, I need to pick up my microphone so that, you could get the full effect of this, okay? Are you ready? They go to his basketball games. They had a freaking sign with his name on it. So on that note, I hate kids. Mute. Mute. Wait, never mind. No, it's fine. I just needed that pause. I needed that pause so that it's set in with you guys. They went to his games and they made signs for him. They did, like, all of that because they think that he is genuinely going to fall in love with them. My chair is falling off. The arm on my chair. I need a screwdriver. Do they not use Mr. when calling him? They do! At least I think they call him Mr. Blank. And I don't mean like blank as in like they call him Mr. Blank. I mean like blank as in I'm not saying his real name. We'll call him Mr. Doe. You know, kind of like John Doe. Yeah, they call him Mr. Doe. Like, they don't refer to him by John. They don't refer to him as Mr. John Doe or Mr. John or John. They refer to him as Mr. Doe. And like, I don't know if any younger kids watch my content. I know Crate Man said that he was 14. But I don't know if there's anyone like younger than that. But I'm gonna say this to you guys. My Mr. First Name or Mr. Last Name? Mr. Last Name. Mr. Last Name. Alright, I'm gonna just say this right now. To any younger kids that are watching this. For starters, the internet is not a safe place for you. I'm not saying that you need to get off the internet. I'm just saying you really, really need to be careful about what you are doing, what you are posting online, what sites you're going on, because while the internet is not the crazy Wild West as it was when I was a kid, there is still super easy to fall into those traps, those lures. I know several friends who have had that happen to them. you need to just be very, very careful, because it may not be the Wild West anymore, but it's the Wild West for you. It is super, super easy to get in trouble online, especially when you're a minor. And so so don't do anything weird online. Like, for example, finding my home address. What? My students found out where I lived by just Googling my name. I don't know how they did it. They know my phone number. They know where I live. They know everything about me by just Googling my name. Oh no. Yes. I know that's crazy. And they figured it out by finding my old Facebook. Good God, that's horrifying. Yes, it's very horrifying. Thankfully, do they know you are a VTuber? Thank God, no. Thank God, no. Thankfully, the address and the phone number that they found was not connected directly to me. It was my home, like, you know, my old home when I lived with my parents. But they, like, full-on doxed me. They dropped my phone number and they dropped my home address, like, in the middle of class. And I literally, like, went up to them. I went up to all those kids and I said, listen to me right now. That is not my address. That is my parents' address. And if I hear from them that you called them and were prank calling them, or were, like, for some odd reason showing up to their house or sending them things or doing anything like that, I didn't say I would kill them, but I basically, like, threatened them. I was like, you are not touching my family. You are not getting to my family. You can mess with me all you want, but please, for the love of God, do not call that phone number and ask for me. But yeah, it's horrifying. And if they could do that for me, who had, like, no internet presence, like, whatsoever, like, really, this kid, Mr. Doe, as I'm calling him, he is plastered on everything because he's a basketball player at my campus. So if they could find out where I lived and what my phone number was from just Googling my name and finding my Facebook, imagine what those girls are doing. And that is just so weird and so weird. It's so weird. But anyways, back to what I was saying. Children, if you have a crush on someone and you are referring to him, if you're referring to them by Mr., Miss, Mrs., Mixes, any other title like Senor, Senora, Senorita, Maestro, Maestra, any other, like Sensei, any titles with that affirmations or prefixes, please keep in mind that if you were to, God forbid, start any form of relationship with them, that is a really bad sign that you feel the need that you have to call them with their by their prefixes, and you need to run. You need to run. So children, please don't be creepy and stalk people online. Find their addresses and find their phone numbers. And please do not go after people who you have to refer to as Mr. Doe. That that is my message to the minors of the day. Please don't be creepy, and please don't attempt to be creepy with other people. It is that simple. It is that simple. What the fuck? Guy's gonna need to bring pepper spray and running shoes to class for his safety. For real, I'm so terrified. I really hope. I hope that they give him a twinge, not even just like a smidgen of more respect than they gave me. Respect the dedication, but what the fucking fuck, why? I know, good god, that's horrifying. That's why I have an aluminum bat visible in the back of my streams. It's just sitting there ready. Oh my god, that's kids, they use their dedication for the wrong things like that, for real. Children were a mistake. They are likely finding pics of him and cutting out his fiance. Oh my god. They probably are, because they've said some vile things about his fiance. My god. My god. Anyways. All right, we're bringing this back. We're sending it home. We are sending it home. We're sending this home, guys. Don't visit your children. Hands break free. Get these children off my lawn. Get these children off my lawn. They're doing creepy things. Have you met the woman in question? No, I have not. I have not. But apparently, from what I heard from the students, is that she's ugly. And I think as we have learned today, I take no stock in children's opinions on things. Unless it has something to do with finding my home address online. Then I start having an opinion on children. But no, I've never met her. But he's a really cool guy. He's a really cool guy. Mr. Doe's a very nice guy. He's very chill. Very laid back. Actually, I don't think I'm following him anywhere. I don't really know. I don't know what his Instagram handle is. I'm sure if I look up his name. Is this him? I think it is him. If it is him, he's very, very young. What was this posted? Oh, okay, no, this is not him. It's just someone that looks an awful lot like him. I cannot find him. How do these kids find people? How do these kids find people? How do these kids find anything online? Maybe he doesn't have an internet presence. Hang on. Hang on, I got this. I'm gonna go to the trusty place that they found my address. Facebook. They're stubborn and kept smashing their keyboard until something gave. Unless they want up being a boy, girls are vile, period. For real. For real. Oh, excuse me. What if I typed in my college? Okay, well, I'm seeing a lot of people I recognize, at least. This is very important, guys. This is the- Oh, hey, it's my friend! Hello, friend. Oh, there's a couple of my other friends! Hello, friends! Yeah, I'm starting to think that maybe he just doesn't have anything. Oh god, I'm getting jump scared by a lot of people I knew. Maybe am I not spelling his name right? Alright, well, here's what I'm gonna do. I am gonna text my friend who probably knows him. See if she can find any information on him. And I will report back onto whether or not his fiance is hot. And no, I'm sure she's a very, very nice lady. I know him. He would not give a horrible woman the time of day, especially not to the level of marriage. But oh my god. Again, I don't remember being that weird. I remember other girls kind of being weird, but they were never like that weird. They were never like weird to the point of showing up to basketball games with signs. Like, I don't know. What is this generation? What is this generation? Anyways, let me find a raid target. Oh! One message was deleted by a moderator? This wasn't weird, that was creepy, for real. Moderator timed out Interstellar Egalitarian for 10 seconds. Posting a link without permission. Thank you. Thank you, Moobot. Children are weird. Children are creepy. Moral of the story: don't be a dummy. Children are weird, children are creepy. Moral of the story: don't be a dummy. And you could expect more awesome bars like that. Weird would be daydreaming, writing poems and stuff like that. That's true. That's true. That sounded like stalking. It is stalking. It is basically stalking. Oh, Anna Maestro's streaming. We'll read into Anna Maestro. Before we do that, though. Have a good rest of your night, Ina. Thank you, Dakota. Let's thank all the new followers and stuff before I go. Okay, I believe 15 days ago was the last time I streamed. So let's thank all these people. Caucus 12, thank you for the follow, thank you. Girls can be scary, and I think they've seen too many romances, for real. For real. It's all them Colleen Hoover books. I blame all Colleen Hoover on everything. Dissolve! Thank you for the follow, thank you. And for the final follow, Faisal! Thank you for the follow, thank you. But yeah, I blame Colleen Hoover for all the problems going on in society. They watched Miraculous Ladybug and chose the wrong role model. V, thank you for resubscribing. Thank you. Oh, wait, actually, before we go, do you guys wanna hear? I'm actually kind of proud of it. A long time ago, I wanted to reboot Miraculous Ladybug. I wanted to write my own, where is it at? Maybe it's not on here. But I wanted to reboot Miraculous Ladybug. Yeah, it might not be on here. It might be on my other computer. But I wanted to write my own Miraculous Ladybug reboot story, where Adrian was the main character and he was Ladybug and Mironette was Cat Noir, because I feel like it made more sense. And I wanted it to mainly focus on Adrian, because let's be honest here, he's the more interesting character. He has the most connections with all of the characters in the story. So I wanted to take that and rework it into actually something that makes more sense. And I really liked it. I want to get back to it. But it must be on my computer. So it'd be Mr. Bug and Lady Noir. Yes, basically. My rationalizing behind it was, for starters, Ladybugs, the ones with all the spots and stuff, they're males. They are meant to be bright and flashy because that's how they attract mates. And also, Adrian, the reason why they gave him like the cat miraculous was because he wanted to be wild and free and crazy. But I don't necessarily think that is really what Adrian wants to do. I think he more just wants to, like, in my interpretation at least, he wants to stand out from, you know, the light of his father and his mother's shadow, basically. Like, it's not like he never really had like he was never really stopped to do anything. He just more felt pressure to be this perfect kid. And being pressured is much different than like being forced to do things, right? Like, he was never forced to really, it's been such a long time since I watched Miraculous Ladybug, but he never really had like any like restrictions. Like, he had obligations, but he was never restricted from doing anything. I think the only time that I can recall that he was, you know, restricted from doing something was when he wasn't allowed to go to a party, and that was like the first episode. But it was not mainly because it was a party, it was because his father was afraid that that Nino and his friends were going to be a bad influence on Adrian. True, I watched it too. Yeah, and I saw the season 6 designs. They're ugly. They're ugly. I love watching that kind of readings and rewrites. Then I might show it to you guys one day then. But yeah, so the way I'm writing Adrian is, Adrian, went into a depression, because his mother had died. And in the reboot, in my little reboot, she was Mayura. She held the Peacock Miraculous. And the Peacock Miraculous is still going to be corrupted, and ultimately that's what ended up killing her. And Gabriel Agrest is still going to be Hawkmoth. Actually, I was playing around with the idea that, Gabriel was going to hold the Peacock Miraculous for the same reason that Adrian had the Ladybug Miraculous, is because peacocks, the more colorful, fanciful ones are the males, for the same reason that bugs are flashy, and that the mother was going to be Hawkmoth. I'm still playing around with it, but basically his mom died because of a superhero-related incident, and Hawkmoth is / Gabriel is basically, he also went into his own version of depression, where he basically, both of them isolated themselves. One took it out more as like just isolation, like a general, like refusing to go out. Well, they both did that, but Gabriel went more into hiding. Adrian went into more of a depression where he was sulking around and being depressed, you know, like not taking care of himself properly, even though like there's tons of people who are taking care of him, or trying to get him to do that. And one of them is Chloe, because I feel like Chloe became such a one-note character. I wanted her to actually have some sort of character. I wanted Chloe, because I loved Chloe. I love Chloe. They butchered her so bad after season 3. But I wanted Chloe to have more of a character. So I wanted her to keep being the childhood friend of Adrian. I wanted her to be still very self-centered, still very egotistical, but I wanted her to have like this very soft spot for Adrian. I wanted it to kind of be a situation where, you know, she doesn't really like anyone except for Adrian, and she wants to better herself for Adrian, because Adrian is going to create a very close kinship with, you know, the people in his life, because he's not going to be the new kid. He knows everyone at the school already. But because he was basically, after his mom died, he basically went into self-isolation. Everyone is really worried about him. And Chloe doesn't really understand it. But with Adrian coming back to school, and leaving school, she ended up making a couple other friends, which would be Sabrina. So, she developed another soft spot for Sabrina. And a couple other people too. But mainly Sabrina and Adrian are her closest friends. She basically became friends with Sabrina after Adrian left. But Chloe still kept keeping track of Adrian, making sure that he is okay, all that stuff. But Chloe wants to better herself because Adrian is also trying to better himself. Adrian wants to try and recreate friendships with the people in his class, because he realized just how easy it is to lose the people that you care about. So he wants to be more present, be more, you know, impacted. And Chloe wants to better herself to keep up with him, because at the end of the day, they are our best friends. Even though Chloe could be self-centered, egotistical, Adrian knows that she does have the ability to be nice. She has that ability. She was just never really taught that. So that's why I want their friendship to be. I want Chloe to bring out his more adventurous side. And I want Adrian to bring out the goodness inside of her that she has the ability to have. But yeah, so, and then you might be wondering, well, if Adrian has gone to the school and knows everyone, then like who's the new person? Who's the new person then? Well, the new person is going to be Miranette, because in my little AU, remember, I swapped the Miraculouses. So Adrian is Ladybug, with the Ladybug Miraculous. Then Miranette is has the Black Cat Miraculous, which is known for being chaotic, very crazy, very destructive, which is the perfect counterbalance for Marinette, because in my AU, Marinette is going to be the new girl, and she is very clumsy, which goes with the Cat Miraculous, because, while the Cat Miraculous is very chaotic, kind of like how Marinette is with her clumsiness, cats are also known for being very balanced, very on their feet. They may fall all the time, but they always land on their feet. Who does that sound like? Marinette! So Marinette, she is a very nice girl. She's a very, very sweet girl. We're getting rid of this. We're getting rid of all the stalking. The stalking is bad. Bad luck too! Exactly! Exactly! And do you want to know who often has a lot of good luck, who has a lot of privilege, who has a lot of power, which allows him to get a lot of brand deals, a lot of sponsorships, a lot of really awesome, cool perks? Adrian Agreste! Good luck and bad luck. Marinette is always associated with bad luck because she's so clumsy, she's so, things will always end up bad for her. Like, she's always in the wrong place at the wrong time. Whereas Adrian, he has a lot of good luck because he has a lot of power, he has a lot of privilege. It makes sense. It makes sense when you think about it this way. So anyway, Marinette, she's very clumsy, which goes very well with the Cat Miraculous. But she's also like, she's also a very nice girl. She's a very sweet girl. Again, we're getting rid of all the stalking in this AU, right? She's very nice. She's very sweet. She's very shy, because she's new. She's never really, this is the first time going to the school, because I made the school like a very affluential private school for the children all across, France to like, go and be safe, basically. Which is why you have, like, the literal mayor of, Paris, the most elite fashion designer, head of the police chief's daughter, and all these other people. How'd they all go to the same school in Paris? Easy. Just make it a place for the kids to go, to get an education without having to be swarmed by, other kids in, private schools and public schools. It's a very easy fix. So how did Marinette get in there? Well, she got in there basically because, we're going to keep the idea that her parents are bakers, right? So what we're going to do is what happened is that because because they live in Paris, something happened where her bakery got a whole lot of notoriety and they ended up with a lot of money. So the parents decided that she's going to go to this private school from now on, because it has a really good education system. There's a lot of like really good people there, that could help boost their bakery and all that stuff. So she goes to the school now, and one thing led to another, and then they get their miraculouses. Adrian's whole character arc is going to be him not only figuring out what happened to his mom and who his father is, but also overcoming the grief of losing his mom and hopefully coming around to his father, who at the end of the day is also just really mourning the loss of his wife, who he loved so much. And Marinette is going to overcome her shyness, her fear of, breaking the mold, being, at risk of making her parents disappointed, while also like keeping, true to herself without, losing herself to all the money and the glamour and the power that she gets from going to the school. And all while that's happening, we're gonna turn we're gonna turn Lila. We're gonna make Lila like an actual like threatening figure. Because we're not gonna, I took this from Calimara. We're not going to make Alia the Fox Miraculous holder anymore. Instead, what we're going to do is we're going to, Lila is going to have the Fox Miraculous. Because we're gonna take the, crap, what was it called? Her debut episode. We're gonna make it so that she doesn't lie. Cause Lila, like, my god, guys. Like, so original, so on the nose. We're gonna have it so that, you know, we're gonna keep it so that she is kind of a pathological liar, but you're not going to know what the lie is and what the truth is, right? Kind of like Kokichi. Kind of like Kokichi from Danganronpa V3. Some of the things he says is true, and some of his lies come from a place of truth. So we're gonna do that. We're gonna make it so that Lila is a pathological liar, but sometimes she says the truth or says things that sound like lies, but can be interpreted as being a truthful thing. So what she's gonna do is the story about her grandma having the fox miraculous. It's gonna be built up as if it was a lie, but it's not. Like, what she has actually is the legit fox miraculous, and she's going to basically turn into a supervillain that will end up working with Hawkmoth. You know, in the end. But eventually she is going to come around, and instead of giving up the fox miraculous to give to Alia, we're gonna have it so that she can keep the fox miraculous, but be kind of like a Catwoman type thing, where she's not quite an ally, but she's also not a villain either. She kind of comes in and she helps people when need be. So her arc is going to be, you know, finding, you know, true friends that will love her regardless of what happens to her. Because we also got to keep in mind that these kids are not fully irredeemable. You got to remember, these are just kids who are in an unfortunate position of power because of their family. So a lot of them are acting on stress, anxieties, worries, fears, you know, influences. So the overall moral of Miraculous, or at least my rewrite, is that anyone can be redeemed. It's just whether or not they choose to be redeemed. And I'm going to have it so that, you know, maybe Alia chooses to be redeemed, but Hawkmoth doesn't. Because he can't get over the fact that his wife is gone. Especially because of the Miraculouses. So his ultimate goal is not to bring back his wife, but to get rid of all the Miraculouses. So finding out that his son is not only Ladybug, but he has united like all of his friends who he loves so much with these Miraculouses, will ultimately end up breaking his heart, and to the point where he can't handle it anymore. And that's basically what my Miraculous rewrite is going to be. It's a cringe, yes. But I love it. And I think it's so much better than what the show's trying to do. And I basically blacked out, so let me go back. Let me go back. Let me go back. Please do it. Had potential. I stepped away for a bit. What are we talking about here? Did you see that in the movie they used photoshopping PNG of Boss Baby? Did they really? Ayo, that's really funny, actually. Ladybug fanfic ideas. Gotcha, thanks. Yeah. Bad luck to, yeah. Yay, Hinata stream. Hello, Aggro. Welcome. I'm sorry you came in at, like, a really weird time. Alright, guys, I have to dip out. The yapping was fun. I hope the rest of the stream is fun for everyone. Love you all platonically. Bye, Meister. Bye. Again, I'm sorry that you had to listen to me yap about this, but it's been spewing in my brain for a very, very long time. So Faye thing where she lies with the truth. Basically, technically the truth. Yeah, basically. Like sometimes she just lies. Sometimes her lies have truth in them. Sometimes she's telling the truth, but it's a wolf in sheep's clothing. Not wolf in sheep's clothing, a Pied Piper type. No, boy who cried wolf situation. Which is basically what the Fox Miraculous thing is. She has told so many lies that when she actually has something that's true, no one really believes her. Until it's too late and she uses the Fox Miraculous for evil. Basically. It's not cringe. Thank you, Con. Thank you, Con. Anyways, back to rating. Okay, I wanted to check this out real quick. Like, back to rating, guys. Alright. I hope that, I can eventually get to it, because I do think my Miraculous, I do think that Miraculous story would be really cool and really interesting. Oh, and in case you guys want to know what ships I'm thinking of, because obviously it has to have ships, I think it's probably just because of how bad Marinette's stalking has gotten in, you know, the newer seasons. I'm pretty sure they're dating now in the season 6, but I don't know if it's just because the stalking thing got really weird and it became a turnoff for me. I don't really like Adrianette or any kind of versions of them. I think it's mainly just because it's really weird with all the stalking and that they played up the simping too much. As someone who identifies on the ace spectrum, I think it's just like kind of like really weird to be that level of like even like a remote level of obsessiveness. I think I value a lot of my independence in relationships. So it's kind of like that. Maybe that's just where it comes from. But oh, this is gonna be so cringe. I was playing around with the idea. I think it's just because I read a lot of fan fiction, but I was playing around with the idea that Miranette and Kagami would get together, and then you got Luca and Adrian. Again, I think it's just all the fanfic I've been reading. I think it's just all the fan fiction, but I think it would work really well, especially if it's set up properly. I'll be honest, they don't mesh well at all. Yeah. They don't. They don't. I'm sure in a perfect world they would have. But just the way they're written it's not a vibe. It's not a vibe. No, an error occurred with the output. No! Corruption. But yeah. I'm playing around with the ships because if it's a miraculous rewrite, there needs to be some type of ships in there. I actually think like Lila and Miranette might be able to work as foils. And then you have them all date each other because why not? We could have them all date each other. It could be a weird hexagon. Instead of a love triangle, it's a love hexagon. And I think that would be perfect. It'd be beautiful. Because you need that. You need the ships. Or you don't. Or like background ships. I like it when ships are background ships. I think that's really cute. That's why I really like Nathaniel and what is his name? It starts with an M. Marco? It's not Marco. It's not Marco. Nathaniel and oh, it's Mark. That's and Rose and Julika. I like subtle ships like that because I think they're really cute. I like when ships are overt. I like it when it's more like a pining type thing. But it has to be like good pining. It has to be good pining. Like or like if it's played up for comedic effect, or if it's like an angst pining kind of deal. Anyways, I need to, you know what? Maybe that'll be a stream for this week. I'll just talk about my miraculous fanfiction ideas. So we got 2 ideas. We're watching Monsters from Planet Monster. We're talking about my miraculous fanfiction idea. Anyways, I'm sorry for boring you guys with my miraculous fanfic. Raid. We're gonna raid Anna Maestro. I love Octodron. Am I spelling it right? It's not. Oh, there it is. There it is. Love octahedron. That would be really fun. We should plan out. Let's plan out like the ships for this hypothetical fan fiction. Hina, thank you for the stream. Thank you, Dakota. I'm surprised you stuck around for that whole entire thing. I was not bored. I'm glad you weren't. I was really worried it was gonna be boring. Because I'm very passionate about it. It's just a matter of I need to get around to writing it. And And I have it. I have, like, all the ideas written down, and I have, like, all of the, I have, like, a bit of chapter 1 all done. But, yeah. Alright, anyways. Great time! Ba-ba-boom! Alright, guys. Oh god, it's 10:20. I have to be at a thing at 8 tomorrow. Ah! It's okay. It's fine. It's fine. Alright, guys. I will see you all. I think I have something going on Monday and Tuesday night. So, I'll be back Wednesday. Yes. And, depending on whether or not I'm still passionate about this miraculous idea that I want to make like a whole like 2-3 hour stream on it, we'll do that on Wednesday. Because now I'm fired up. Now I'm really fired up about it. Because I really want to keep talking about it. Joking. And Bean can be the one to draw it. Oh my god, that'd be so awesome. Alright. Anyways, guys, I will see you all Wednesday. Bye 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 bye. Natsumi. Bye bye. Bye bye. Bye bye. Let it be known. Oh. What happened? My computer crashed.